What's up YouTube, Jamie the Kid 00 here, back with Tournament Diary 9, I think. I've recorded way too many of these, so forgive me. I'm back with Inzektors for what is probably the second or third time. After going X and 1 at my tournament, coming second, losing out in the last round to Agents. There was nothing I could do, good match, went to game 3. No, can't floor it. I ran my Inzektors, as I already said. I made some changes that I'm going to go through in this video, talk about what was good, what was bad, but ultimately I'm just going to profile it again to you, and I'm probably not going to run this for Battle of the Kingdoms. I'm probably going to run wind-up, so stay tuned, because I've got another wind-up profile coming up now that I've finished it. And I'd just like to say, I did consider running this in the deck, but I only managed to get this at the end of the tournament in a trade, so I didn't run one. Anyway, on to the deck. To start things off, I ran the 3 Centipede, the 3 Dragonfly, and the 3 Hornet that make up the Inzektor engine. My only regret here was that I didn't play Gigamantis. I took him out for a Birdman or a Reaper. That was a mistake. Definitely needed the Mantis. Definitely, in hindsight, I'd put him back in, but can't flaw this engine. This engine is amazing. Just wish we could get to Dragonfly faster. Otherwise, around 1 Birdman, it's a great card in theory, but it was dead almost all of the time. It was only good in situations where I already had advantage and I didn't need a Synchro Monster. So this is coming out. Don't run it. Terrible. Spirit Reaper, I used it once or twice. Never really gained me any advantage, but it did stall the game, and we did sit behind it for a while. In a Chaos game. I think it was Chaos. It was against someone, but we sat behind this for quite a while. But ultimately, it wasn't worth playing. I played the Tour Guide engine of the 3 Tour Guides, the Sangan, and the Bus. I played Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, I'm going to get to in a bit, which helped me use this, helped me, dump it for its effect when I drew into it, which was a lot, by the way. I drew into it a lot. I always do. You can't flaw this can't fault this engine. It let me get into so many power plays. It won me 2 of my games in time. 2 of my games went into time today. And Tour Guide won me both of them with a Zen Mains play. And then I was able to go offensive next turn with a Dragonfly after hitting into Hornet. While behind the defensive Zen Mains and got me the game. Wins. The Tomato Armageddon engine. This was a bit flawed because, again, in stuff like... I played Dragon Chaos, the new starter deck that came out. So a lot of the time I would end up getting my Tomato hit, have to leave an Armageddon Knight on the field in front of a Red Eyes Darkness Metal because A, it's the strongest target in the deck for it, and B, it's the smart play to use it anyway. I would still win, but I would take a lot of damage. And then finally for the hand traps, I run 2 Veilers, and of course I didn't run Maxi because I didn't think I need Maxi against the meta at my locals. I will be running 2 Maxis at Battle of the Kingdoms, but for now I didn't feel I needed them. This was the perfect mix. I hardly used Gauze. The Veilers came in very handy, but again, against Agents, they're only so useful. Finally, I played the 1 Dark Armed and the 1 BLS, because they're Dark Armed and BLS. Dark Armed won me 2 games. It was very good. Onto the spells, I ran Reborn. Dark Hole, this was awesome. Heavy Storm, I hardly used it. I might even take it out after how bad it was today. Book of Moon. 2 MSTs, because MSTs, you've got to run. Foolish Burial, this was awesome. Ran into it loads of times. Allure of Darkness, I used it almost every match. Perfect card, great. The cost isn't even a cost. Well, not cost, but the banish. 2 Dualities, they never really got me a lot. They never really got me much. And the 1 Avarice, this was always live. Loved Avarice, glad I kept it in. Alright, on to Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. One of the players who people would probably acknowledge as better than me at locals suggested that I test these out. They were great in theory, but now that you can't really get that much card advantage off of them, they're really, really useless. I'd take them out. I sided them out every game after I realised they weren't going my way. After game 1, I started taking these out instantly because they were just terrible. Much rather run Phoenix Chain and Compulsory, which is what I'm going to take them out for. Otherwise, I ran 1 Torrential, 2 Warnings, and a Solemn Judgment because these were absolutely nuts. They were absolutely amazing. Can't fault them, especially Torrential. Torrential got me a lot of Sangan plays. Onto the extra deck. I played 1 Exabile, never saw play, great in theory. Zen Mains, this card saved my life so much. Leviathan Dragon, this card baited out so many warnings and things like that. It was a great card. to Levier. This was awesome when I got chain dissed. Throwing stuff away. Brilliant. This was great for setting up BLS plays. Utopia, because it's Utopia. I never made him, but he's good to have in there anyway. On to the Synchros. Cadastor, never made it. Brionac, never made it. Underground Arachnid, made it and it got bottomless. And then I never made any of these, but they're good to have just in case. And the Chimera Tech. Even though I don't... Yeah, I did side Cyber Dragons today. Where's my side deck? I realised my side deck is actually still in my deck box. Which was always a pig to get out because I'd stuck it in there with my Samurai deck. So the box was really full. Oh, Jesus, it all fell over. Just give me a second, guys. I'm just digging it out from, like, my really stuffed box. Go away, Samurai deck. You've already had your video. Alright, let's go into the side. It's not organised because I literally just threw it in there and forgot I was going to tell you guys about it. I played 2 Raikou. These cards were awesome against slow burn decks like Chaos, giving me a lot of field control, really useful. Can't fault these. I definitely play them in my wind-up deck in the next tournament. I played 3D Fissure. I often found myself siding in 2, but I sided in 3 against some agent matchups, depending on who they were, especially against TG agents, because this just shuts them down completely. I played the Crow, because Crow's awesome. I played 2 Cyber Dragons, because they're awesome for machine decks, and after losing to Gadgets with Rabbits on Dueling Network in a small tournament I played in, I never forgive myself for not siding these for once. So I will always side them now. Go away, 6 Samurai stuff. It was stuck on my side deck. I played 3 Chain Dis, because Chain Dis is Chain Dis is Chain Dis, and if I came up against the Inzektor player, I knew I was going to need it. I played 3 Royal Decree, because Decree has always been really useful against Chamber and just any rogue decks that run a lot of traps, especially Blackwings, which were back again. Well, not Blackwings, it was more of a Dark Spam. And then as one Troll card, I played Mischief of the Yokai, because I knew the Rabbit player was going to be back. He was back, never played him. Mischief of the Yokai is just a funny card in theory, and I needed one more card for my extra, and I just didn't have one on this side, and I didn't have one on me. So, yeah. That has been my Inzektor tournament diary for this week. Tournament diary 9, I think. 8 or 9, I don't care. This is probably the last time I'll play Inzektors before the ban list change. But stay tuned, because I'm going to be coming back to you with a wind-up deck list pretty soon, now that I've completely finished it, extra deck and all. So, otherwise, I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys in the comment box. Like, comment, and subscribe, all that jazz. So, otherwise, I'll see you when I do. Have a good one.